So here's more or less where we were at the end of the last video. We've got our picture frame and we've got our picture, our object that we're going to call a picture. And next step will be to finalize a little bit of details on this and then also add a stand for the back, a backdrop, and some lights, a little bit more materials. So what are we going to do next? Oh, we also have to add glass. We will do some really good stuff here. Let's add the glass first. I'm going to start with my picture, and I'm going to go to W. What do I want to do? No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to hide my picture. I'm going to go to my frame, and here to my edit poly modifier, and I'm going to select edge, and I'm going to click this inside edge here, which I'm going to double click those, and let's move those forward a little bit and see what happens if we connect them. We bridge them. Make a new plane there. And if we turn our picture on, we can't see it because picture is a little bit behind that one, and that's okay. And now we're going to do exactly what we did before. We're going to switch to our polygon. We're going to take this one and we're going to detach this one as well, but this time we're going to call it glass. And we're going to switch here to glass. And glass is an editable poly. I'm going to switch to here, and I'm going to middle mouse button here, select that, hold shift, and I'm going to extrude this back to there. Did that do it? Z. Let's go the other way. Let's do that. Yes, we'll just extrude that a little bit of thickness there. And then we will leave our editable poly mode. And then I'm going to move this back so it's a little bit in front of the picture. So to get in close, let's change that from purple to that color. And frame, instead of being purple, we'll make it nice and light. So there's our picture frame, the white. There's our glass, slightly overlapping it. And here's our picture. We can leave this mode. We can leave here. And now we've got that. We can't see their picture because it's behind this other object. I'm going to take glass and also parent it to that. So now everything is going to follow that picture frame around. Let's go to our picture frame and modify a little bit more. We're going to take our edges and let's double click that one, hold control, double click that one. Well, I guess we have to hold control, add all of these, and basically we're going to get every edge that's on the outside. And then like before, we're going to open up our chamfer menu. We don't want that far. That's too much. We're going to go 0.1. 0.1. And it looks a little bit more manageable. And say, okay. So that's probably good for that one. And I want to make this a little bit more fancy. If we add a little bit more details, let's go here to polygon and let's take these four and see what happens if you move them in or out at all. We'll have to move that way a little bit, maybe a little bit that way. Okay, we'll leave that there. Let's say we're finished with the picture frame for now. Now we're going to make our stand. To do that, we're going to make another box. Sure. And this box is going to be, let's make its length 0.25, quarter-inch deep. Let's make its width 4. And how about we say this is 7 inches tall. This is roughly going to be our stand. This one, we will go to our modifier list. And just like before, we're going to edit poly. This one, though, we're going to take our edges, grab here, and come to about here maybe. And to get that last piece there that we wanted, we're going to add a little more geometry. So I'm going to go to Edit, Swift Loop, and I think I'm going to put one right about here is good. And we go back to Move, taking this corner, and we're going to move that up like that. Is that the shape that I like? Maybe I'll take this one now. And I'm just going to move these corners until I feel like I get a shape that I more or less like. All right, I'm going to say that's my kickstand piece. That's great. All right, and then this one, I'm going to affect the pivot, and I'm going to align it to the object. I'm going to change its Z value so that the center of my pivot point is at the maximum value. There we go. Let's do pivot point to that. So it's right there, and then I'm going to move it over to about there. Actually, let's do this. Let's move our pivot point roughly to this corner. So we're going to put our pivot point right about there. Turn that off. And now if we take this, and we're going to turn on angle snaps. And turn that to about there. Let's do this. Put that roughly there. Grab this one. We're going to rotate it. Like that. And we might as well take this and rename it stand. And you guessed it. So we have been dragging. We also could use this tool. We come here and link it to that way. So now whenever we move the frame, everybody else is going to come with. Make sure that you switch off of that link tool though. All right, so there's our picture and our stand. Now we're going to add a plane. It's going to be fairly large, but it does not need very many segments. So it doesn't need that much geometry. So we're going to either type in 1, or we can just right click. So in that way. So it doesn't really have any geometry. And this is called floor. All right, so we've got a floor. We've got our picture. And the reason we want all this is we're going to want to set our view in a way so that when we look at our picture, we've got this background behind us. We're going to say there, that's probably going to be pretty good. So let's open our material editor, slate material. So you remember from before, we had our picture that we used for our picture. I might as well rename that picture. We're going to add a couple more. We're going to take another physical material, and this will be our glass. And right here under preset finishes, I'm going to choose glass solid geometry. And then I'm going to take this and drag it out onto glass. And now we can see through the glass. And now we're going to take our physical material, another one, and this will be your frame. So where you get to pick the picture, the material for your frame. If you want to go through and adjust these and make a custom material, that's totally fine. For me today, I'm going to pick polished aluminum. That sounds wonderful. Same way as before. Put it on the frame. And then we've got two more pieces that might need some materials. I need that and my backdrop. So I'm taking another physical material. Call this one stand. And this is going to be I'm going to have this be matte plastic. And I'm going to scroll down and change the color to a very dark gray. Nope, that alpha there. The value there, okay. And this one will then go on the stand. And our last material is we're going to take one more physical material. This is going to be our floor. Let's find finishes. How about something like satin varnished wood? Maybe we'll do glossy varnished wood. How about that? And when you see that, now you actually notice that that new material you added, the wood, that has a lot more nodes. That one had a couple different ones that are plugged into some different places. So if you were to look at one like this, that could help you inform you of how to make your own custom materials. This one will come out onto the floor. Go ahead and close this now. I'm going to spin around. I'm going to find myself a nice little angle. And I might need to move this over and back. I kind of want to see my stand there. So just might move this until to the spot that I like. I'm okay with that. Now, if we were to go to Arnold and render view, it always opens down here, drag it up, press play. This is going to show us a preview of what we're looking at. And you can see it takes a little bit of progress to get through it while it's doing this render. What I don't like about this one, though, I'm going to push stop. We don't have any lights. Move this back a little bit. How far back can it go? We can also always scale this one if we need to. So I'm going to move out a little bit. I'm going to go to my Create panel and my light. And I'm going to click Photometric. I'm going to do an Arnold light and an Arnold light here. And we're going to switch from that to that. I'm going to place it from the top view. I'm going to place my light. I'm going to click where I want the light and drag to where I want it pointed. So I want it pointed at my object, but you can see here it's very low. So we're going to switch to that to move the light up. And now we come in, and now when we hit render view, things should look a lot better. We'll look more at how to adjust the lights and their values in a second. If that's too dark, actually we can keep this playing. If that's too dark, I'm going to click on Arnold Light 1, and I'm going to go to Modify panel for this light. That's its target. There's the light. And I'm going to go down here until I find intensity and exposure. And let's go ahead and just drag intensity up a little bit. Doesn't have to go far. If we go up too far, it's going to wash out. So 8.7, very too far. Let's try 1.6. Let's try 2. That looks all right. And also, this is a live view, so if I adjust my view, the renderer is going to keep up. Got a pretty good picture there. I still don't like that I can't see my frame, my stand. Let's say, I guess I'm going to have to choose. I want to see the stand. I guess this video is over.